Welcome to Vinified Live. This afternoon we've had the opportunity to talk with Mark Nicholson from Lark Distillery in Hobart. A lot of my members over the years have asked me what makes whiskey so important and why should we collect it. And I've often said to them about Tasmanian whiskey and that it's up and coming. This afternoon we're here with Mark. Mark, what makes Tasmanian whiskey so unique and why should we collect it?
Well, I guess, Luke, there's a long answer to a short question. Tasmania has only been making whiskey now for 21 years, but that was really an accident of history because back in colonial days there were more than a dozen distilleries in Tasmania, and then John Franklin banned distilling in 1839, and it wasn't until 1992 that that ban was effectively reversed and we could start making whiskey again. Tasmania is blessed. We have a climate that is quite similar to areas of Scotland. We grow beautiful hard brewing barley here, and luckily with the people that have come to Tasmania, we've got some passionate people who have really gone to enormous lengths to get into the distilling industry and start to make a whiskey of world class. The likes of Bill Lark and those that followed in his wake have actually sought to make whiskey at the top end of the market. And that's a really sensible choice in Tasmania because there's no way we can compete in the blended end of the whiskey world. So really the only open area for us was the top end, the single malts. And so all of us in Tasmania are making single malts, and happily we've all got copper pot stills and doing things in the Scottish way. And so we're really seeking to make a product which is not a copy of a Scottish whiskey or an Irish whiskey, but the best possible Tasmanian single malt. And happily, when we send samples of our product or when we send the product to the United States, to Europe and also to Scotland, when we go to international whiskey competitions where all the tasting is blind tasting, we're coming up with fantastic results. We've won the best other whiskey in the world a couple of times with different distilleries, Sullivan's Cove, Lark, Overeem is doing very well. We also are getting tremendous feedback from Scottish whisky writers. Dominic Roscoe, for example, who is the editor of the whisky magazine in the United States, the Whisky Advocate. He has done a 5-page pictorial article on the Tasmanian industry. So impressed was he when he came to visit us. Ian Buxton has just released a book entitled 101 World Whiskies to Taste Before You Die. Lark is number 2 in that book. Sullivan's Cove is on page 3. And so the excitement in world whisky for new world whiskies is really up there at the moment, and it's a brilliant thing for Tasmania to be winning awards and being on the premium shelf at Harrods in London. For the Sullivan's Cove have done a great job with that. So our whisky is winning awards and popping up in the very best whisky bars worldwide.